Today we're going to start our new project, our knit-along project. It consists of our stockinette stitch that we learned previously and the seed stitch, which will be the border. But as long as you know how to knit and purl, it shouldn't be a problem. So let's get started. Okay, we're going to start off, as we always do, casting on. Like I said, first you have to make a loop, pull it through, and you get your needle, and you put the needle through, and you pull it tight. Then you make a slingshot, and then you go under and around and pull. We're going to cast on about 41 stitches just to practice a little one before we get started. So let's cast on our 41 stitches. Okay, we've casted on our 41 stitches. Now we're going to begin with our seed stitch. Okay, with the seed stitch, you're always going to start with a purl and end with a purl. So the seed stitch is just purl one stitch, knit one stitch. So let's get started. Purl one stitch, knit one stitch, purl one stitch, knit one stitch, purl one stitch, purl one stitch, knit one stitch, purl one, knit one, and then purl one. We're at the end of the row. Okay. With the seed stitch, you're always starting with the purl and ending with the purl. So this is the second row, and also for this pattern we're going to do 12 rows for our border. So here we go, the second row, purl, knit, purl, knit, another thing I want you to realize is that when we're doing the second row, now what we're doing to get that purl, the seed effect, is we're purling when we knitted previously, and we're knitting where we purled previously. So we're purling on a knit, and there's a purl, we're knitting on a purl. Okay, so purling on a knit, and knitting on a purl. And we're going to do this all the way to the end of the row. Okay, now we finished our 12 rows of the seed stitch. Now we're going to actually begin the pattern. First thing you're going to do is you're going to do 7 stitches of the seed stitch on the end. So we're going to purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one, knit one, purl one. Okay, we got the 7 stitches of the seed stitch. Now we're going to actually begin the pattern. So the stockinette stitch, we're going to knit across, okay, so now we knitted across till we got to the last 7 stitches, and like we did in the beginning, we're going to do the seed stitch. Always start with a purl. Purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. Okay, our next row, we're going to do the seed stitch for 7 stitches at the beginning, and then we're going to purl across until we get to the last 7 stitches. So, the seed stitch, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. That's your 7 stitches. And now you're going to purl across until you get to the last 7 stitches once again. After we've purled across to the last 7 stitches, now we're going to do the seed pattern again. Purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl. Remember, we always end on a purl and start on a purl. Okay. Now, we're just going to continue to do these 2 rows, the seed stitch and knitting across, and then the seed stitch and purling across until we get to the length that we want it to be. Okay, once you've did the pattern, knit 1 row, purl 1 row with the seed stitch on the edges for the border. Once you've done that for your desired length, and you put the same 12 rows on the top, once you finished and got it to the desired length, you're going to end up with this. We're finished.